he's kind of a troublemaker, and his brother is a sheriff, so his brother's always trying to keep him out of trouble. You're a native right out on the outskirts of Seattle, and due to some accident, you basically get these powers and are forced into this fight. Okay, because you have powers, you are now an enemy of the state, you are now an enemy of the city, and basically your main antagonist, Augustine, is there to basically ring in all the conduits. You meet her pretty quick, and you know, you end up not liking her pretty quick too, because she ends up doing something that forces you to take action. Now, Delson Rowe I was a little disappointed in, because unlike Cole, he's more of a kid. Unlike Cole, he's more of just an unlikable character. Like, even his small quirks and everything else like that are not really anything to write home about, you know, and you spend more time with the game learning about the other characters than you do Delson Rowe himself. Nothing that would make you really gravitate to the character, and I think that was a huge mistake. Other than that, the storyline overall is pretty decent. But it's too straightforward. It is way too straightforward. It's basically your run-of-the-mill revenge. I'm going to get the main antagonist. That is it. End of story. You can either do it, you know, the hero way, or you can do it the evil way. Now, if you choose to do it the evil way, though, the ending scene does change. So your decisions do matter in this game. Okay, it's not just you know, like those other games where none of your decisions, even though you made all these decisions in games like Mass Effect 3, it's not like that, okay? Your decision is going to make a difference at the end of the game. Now, overall, the storyline basically stays the same throughout the rest of the game, but the storyline is pretty decent, so I give the storyline a 5 out of 10. As far as the graphics are concerned, this game is probably one of the better graphical games that I have ever seen. I don't know exact numbers. I don't really get into the exact numbers because it really doesn't matter. My mind really can't tell the difference. As long as I'm having fun with the game, it's fantastic. But as far as the textures are concerned, and as far as the water, and as far as everything else that goes on, it's a beautiful game. Where it takes a hit, though, is the lighting. The lighting can really get on your nerves, especially when the sun just hits right. It really starts becoming a bother. So I give graphics a 9 out of 10. In terms of content, there's a mess of it here. Whether you're you know, evil and you're fighting musicians and statues and everything else, or whether you're a hero and you're getting rid of the druggies and you're doing everything right, you do end up finding that it's very, very repetitive. So you're going to end up doing the same things over and over and over and over again. But if I had to grade it, I would give it an 8 out of 10. This game is a lot of fun. And even though I've, you know, platinumed it, which is a very easy platinum, you're going to end up playing it 2 times through to get that platinum because it's a very, very easy platinum to do. It's one of those games that you can play over and over and over. So, fun factor, I'm going to give it 10 out of 10. Okay? Because this game is a game you're going to want to play more than once. Gameplay was responsive. There wasn't any problems with it. There wasn't any glitches I could really see. This game delivers. Okay, you're going to find yourself jumping from building to building, sucking up different powers and different things. Like if you're neon, you're going to end up sucking that neon. If you're smoke, you're going to end up sucking. And it's really transitional. It's really, really quick. You can, you know, I mean, you know, moving from power to power to power to power in this game is really, really quick, and it's really, really seamless. And I really, really enjoyed that. I'm going to give the gameplay in this a 10 out of 10 because it's not a game that you're not going to enjoy because the gameplay is sluggish or because the gameplay is unresponsive. Now, as far as the length is concerned, the length of this game, you're going to beat it in 24 hours or less. Okay, 24 hours if you're taking your time with everything, but most people are going to do it less than 20 hours. I don't want to give exact, but less than 20 hours is about standard for this game. And to me, I still feel that AAA titles need to start giving more and need to start giving more for just, you know, everything. So I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10 because at the end of the day, it just wasn't long enough. So after I add all that in, and I add all the scores in, and I average them out, the game comes out to a solid 8.2 out of 10. It's a fantastic game, and I recommend everybody go out and get it. It's one for the collection, but it's not one of those games you're gonna, write home about.